it's crazy. Like, you're right. You have to respect it. You always got to be on guard, because just because this thing is close to Los Angeles doesn't mean it's not dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing too. You don't want to be risk adverse, but you want to be risk aware. Risk adverse is, it's dangerous, I don't know if I should do it. It's like, okay, these are the risks. And then when you set up your plan, you know this from the military, you set up your plan. How do we mitigate these risks so they're not as intense? So the Army, they call it composite risk management. So this is something that could be dangerous, so this is what we're going to do to lessen the danger. This is something that could be dangerous. This is something we're going to do to lessen the danger. I mean, even as something as simple as, we're having a class right now. If there's a fire, these are the exits. We have cords here. Don't trip over them. So if you're going to do Baldy in the winter or any other peak, be ready for ice. Be ready for snow. Have the right proper equipment. Let people know where you're going. I mean, cell phones don't always work when you're out and about. Have a schedule that if you're not back, people know something's going to happen. Be aware that if you're with a group and somebody gets injured, what's your plan to get somebody injured off the mountain? What are you going to do? Do you have the right first aid equipment? Because, I mean, you're not going to do brain surgery up there, but, I mean, you need to have something.
Sure. On top of that, I always use like the 3 strikes rule, which is, you make your plan and you plan on the risks and all that kind of stuff, and you know them. But then when you're out, if something goes wrong or not according to plan and you have to pivot, right, that's fine. That's 1 strike.
That's 1.
Right? If you pivot again, you're like, this day's starting to get bad. That's 2. But if it's a 3rd strike, you're like, nope, we're done, because, you're kind of, your whole risk assessment is out the window at that point, and you're kind of like on the fly. And I think when people are on the fly, that's when they fall off that devil's backbone and slide to their deaths.
And that's why we cut Whitney, because we had a 1-day pass. So we had started late. I mean, we were rookies. We hadn't really ever done any high altituding. And that was me and my brother and, again, my friend Blake. And it took longer than we thought. We started late. And then by the time we got a little past the 12,000 foot mark and we were doing the switchbacks, it was starting to get dark. And it's like, this takes me out of my comfort level to try to do the rest of this, another 2,000 feet, and then have to come down the same day at night. So we called it, went back, and we still didn't get off the mountain until like 1 a.m.
Right. Not getting off the mountain, that's past midnight, so you're hiking in the dark. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was probably a good call.
Yeah, it was a solid call. I don't regret the call. I regret not preparing better before, but then that's lessons learned.
Right, so now you know.
Yeah.
You have hiked Whitney. You have done it successfully, and you're not dead.
Yeah.
So I think that's something to be said.